You're also going to need a workboard to make your back on. Now, it's very simple to make. You're going to need a doubly thick piece of MDF because 3/4 of an inch is not going to be thick enough. What will happen is the middle will get so shallow that it'll not be stable. So what you want to do right off is glue 2 pieces together and then trace an outline here and cut it about 1 inch bigger all the way around. The next thing is it needs to be dished in a 15-foot radius in every direction, front to back and side to side. Now I've started to scoop this a little bit just to get a head start. Of course, whenever you carve something, you want to have it firmly attached to the bench because you don't want it scooting around on you while you're trying to work with it. So you just you don't have to hog off tremendous amounts of material. Just take nice cuts. And again, you're looking for smooth curves.
I am using a 35mm number 3 gouge. In the beginning, you want to use a wide gouge with a small curve.
Okay, that's a pretty good start. Now with your compass plane, you can cut in almost any direction. You can see it smooth this out quite a bit in a very rapid order. This is a 15-foot radius stick. At the very middle, okay, in the middle of this form, notice at each edge, there's the farthest distance from here if we drew a straight line. So you've got a couple of millimeters here, a couple of millimeters here. Now, as you turn this on the center, the amount of height is reduced. The farther apart it is, the greater it is. So here would be the highest. Actually, here is the highest. So you've got the most dish from here to here. This would be second. You're going to have a little less. So that means that these edges need to come down a little bit. And then here is the smallest. So they need to come down quite a bit more. And then here is the middle. So these need to be a little higher than that, but not as high as that. So what you're going to have is high here, low here, up a little bit, and down again to here. So you're going to have a contour on this outside shape. Be aware of that when you're carving this, or you're going to be chasing your tail all the way around. So now I'm going to concentrate on just planing around the edges to dial this shape in. But this is looking pretty good. Now, that's good that way. Good. Good. We need to take this down just a little bit more. Same thing on the other side. Like I said, the closer the edges are to the middle, the lower they have to be for this to work. And that is looking very good. And if you have those curved scrapers, they'll come in, excuse me, they'll come in very handy with this final shaping. This is close enough where we can begin to scrape this. Now you just want to remove the tool mark. And once you've got it scraped fairly smooth, this is nothing more than just a piece of MDF with some sandpaper on the bottom. But it's been dished to this 25-foot radius. So I put a handle on it, put it on here, rubbed it around until I had the contour, then put some sandpaper on here. And rather 15-foot radius. And then this I'll actually sand exactly the contour I need in here. And there's 80 grit sandpaper on here. Once you've got your workboard shaped and it checks out in every direction like it does here, you can see it conforms to that 15-foot radius in every way. Once that's done, we need to put the layout onto the workboard. It'll make it easier to make the back. First thing you want to do is situate your acetate so that you pinned it both at the extreme bottom and at the extreme top. And I've already done that and scored a center line, so I'm just going to line this up. Those two holes will give you where your center line goes. Just put a ruler up there and score a line. Now you can go and position the braces by making a small hole at the intersection of the brace and the outline. And you want to do this before we start putting a finish on it, because by finishing over this, it won't rub off. And you want to get plenty of shellac on this because it's kind of unstable, and especially when you remove the surface of this MDF. You don't want it to cup on you. Okay, so we've got all the holes made. Now we need to just lay out the braces. And take the braces all the way across. That way you'll have lines sticking out from beyond the top, from beyond the back when it's on there, and you'll be able to sight where they go a little easier. Okay. Once you've got all the brace lines on there, you want to line this up with the holes that you put at the very bottom and at the very top. Line it up along the center line like this. And now you can just draw the outline. Now when you do that, make sure you push down in the middle, because this is low in the middle. And now we can finish right over this. We'll just spray some shellac on here. The shellac won't affect the pencil marks. And we'll just put 3 or 4 coats of shellac on the entire board. Don't forget to shellac the edges. We'll shellac the entire thing. And then it will be nice and stable. It won't have much moisture exchange. And we don't have to worry about it cupping or warping on us.